the coldest.
Right now we got Gamerboy with us. I just want to say that I appreciate you taking the time to come on and talk to me. I'm going to start out like this. How old are you and where are you from, man?
Well, I'm from Pine Bluff, Arkansas, and I'm 18, man.
For real?
Yes, sir. 18.
You 18?
18.
Wow. That's surprising because I'm not going to lie, man. The way you talking right now, like you sound way older than that.
Yeah, man, I look way older too, man. Yeah, it's just a whole different paradox with me, man. You'll see me, you'll swear I'm 27, man. But I'm 18, about to turn 19, I swear.
Man, like I swear, like the way you talking just from your voice, I was like, is this man like 30 years old? Is he like 30, 35?
No, here. Man. 18, bro.
So, what? Because I'm not really familiar with that area per se. Because you said you're from
Pine Bluff, Arkansas. It's the state above Louisiana, right beside Texas, man. Everybody overlooks it. Nobody knows about it.
Okay. What was your upbringing like out there? Like is that like a rural? Is that like a rough kind of area? Is that like a real? Is it real calm? I don't really know what it's like out there.
Man, it's neutral. Because it just spikes. Some years, man, it might be kind of calm, but these last couple years, man, it's been kind of rough, man. It's just crime rates been going up and all that, man. But that's just with the city, it's just, how everything goes throughout time, man.
Yeah, I mean, is it one of those places where it's kind of hard to stay out of the bullshit, or do you kind of try to separate yourself from all that?
Yeah, it's personal preference, some people, they indulge with the bullshit, because, that might be their only outlet, to get on or, express themselves or whatever. But me, man, I just express myself through music, man. I stay behind the scenes, man, because I'm more of a behind-the-scene guy because, man, being on the up front and the up page, man, that's not me, bro. Because, that's when a lot of shit can happen, man, especially where I'm from, man.
Yeah, exactly. So, how long have you been making beats for?
Man, I've been making beats since, I want to say, around 13 and 14. I want to say I started initially at 13, but I took a little break. Really, it wasn't even a break. It was really, I quit. I quit for like a year, and I came back at 14, and I never stopped, man. So these whole last 4 years, man, I've just been going hard. No days off, literally.
Jeez. Okay, so you've been doing this since you were like 13, 14. What was the thing that really gave you the idea to start making beats in the first place?
Well, really, initially, it wasn't even me, man. My dad, he's a music teacher, and my mom, she's a social worker. So, my dad it's already been integrated. It's in my blood, man, with music. But it's really crazy because my dad never pushed music upon me because, that was just his little thing. But it was really, I'm really about to give you a whole back page of this because really my family brought me into making beats and all. So my dad already has a background of musically, singing and all. And my cousin, he used to make beats, I want to say around 2012. And I used to go over his house, man. I used to just hear him, back in those days, if any producers listen to this, man, and they've been around for I'll say like 5+ years, they'll know like back in the day, 2012, it was anthem type beats and Superstar, Vibe, Johnny Giuliano, those guys were like the number one guys back then. They had the anthem type beats. All the, crazy Jeezy type beats and all that was popping. So I'll go over his house, man, and I'll hear him. He'll be collabing with other producers and, of course, music with himself. And I'm just hearing how he's just able to create stuff, through FL Studio because that's what the DAW he was using. So I basically, he put it on to me, man. And I was just, and it's funny about it, man. He put me on a beat and I ended up like just going 100. I put 100 on 10 with it, man. Like he ended up quitting making beats for a little minute, but I just kept going. So really what got me into the beat game was really my cousin and just seeing him, all the stuff he was doing, all the music he was producing, all the people he was producing for. And that back then at that time, making money off of beats was just, it was too easy. It was great. So, why not go into it? So they really put me into the spotlight on making music and I just went ahead and ran with it.
Yeah, man. I like how you just said that it was a way easier to make money on beats back in the day. like 2012, 2011, because that was the SoundClick days. That was the
Yeah,
days
exactly.
where the days
Exactly.
where you could be posting beats up every day on SoundClick, and it wasn't so easy to be, cause like now, a lot of these plugins on Chrome and like Internet Explorer. I mean, people don't use Internet Explorer, but like it's mainly Google Chrome that people use. There's like plugins where you can just rip off the audio and all types of other
Right.
shit, but
Right.
they didn't really have that back in the time you're talking about.
Yeah, they didn't have that back then. And I mean, like a lot of other platforms like SoundCloud, I don't even know if it was out back in the SoundClick days. Like, I mean, back then I remember everybody was gunning. If you was really back in the SoundClick days, man, everybody would know about that top 10 list in every genre. Like it would be trap, reggae, or whatever, man. And everyone wanted gun to be on the top 10 list. So I mean, this was even before SoundCloud where you could just upload a beat and upload 10 of them and they'll just blow up. I mean, it was actually like a real competition behind this because it was a real market, and at the same time, producers were competing against producers. Like I know for myself, I took it as a competitive way. Because if I would go make a beat, and I think it's hard, I think it's 10 out of 10 is great. But if I go onto the top 10 page and I go through just number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, of course they're gonna be harder than mine. But once I hear that, man, and I'm just hearing the sound compared to what I just made, bro, it just amped me up, man. It just amped me up. I had to change my sound and just keep on gunning for the best. But see, that's the difference nowadays. See, SoundClick is different, man. You just see how a website just brought it out of a producer on, I need to better my sound. But now, I mean, it's just oversaturated where, I mean, everybody can just throw, I mean, like literally, man. I know I'm getting kind of off subject, but man, but seriously, I'm hearing people label stuff as like Mexico Dro type beats or basically misleading titles, bro. Like you'll make a Mexico Dro type beat, and I mean, coming from a person who knows Mexico Dro and talks to him, and that's my real boy, man. Like he would never even think of making stuff like that. I'm not saying that the beat's garbage, but it's just not what he would make. But back in the day, all that stuff had really played a part, and it all had to count.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying because a lot of people they'll just put the name that'll get the most clicks. They don't even care about anything else.
It's really clickbait nowadays. It's really clickbait.
Yeah, and by the way, man, like you're not really getting off topic. Like this is, it's all the same kind of stuff. Like you're bringing up stuff that I wanted to talk about anyways. So like you good, but so okay, you said you know Mexico Dro and you talk to Mexico Dro and that's like someone you talk to on a regular basis. Were you ever affiliated with the Plugs at one point?
Well, really, I haven't been affiliated with the Plugs directly, but people of the Plugs like Polo Boy Shawty, Mexico Dro, Corey Lingo, they all reached out and they fuck with me. And also with right now, currently, man, I'm in a group with a solo music group with Polo Boy Shawty, and of course, he's one of the Plugs. And I got a couple songs with Corey Lingo, and of course, Mexico Joe is really taking me under his wing. So I mean, I've really been fucking with the Plugs for the longest, not only sound wise, but personally also. So I mean, really, how everything started. Initially, Polo Boy Shawty reached out to me, and back in the day, back when everything was a competition, like even on YouTube, when back when everything was legit on YouTube and everything. Man, me and Polo Boy, we used to go back and forth, man. Like seriously, like not on some real hate shit, but like on some, production shit. Uplifting each other as critiquing as producers. So I mean, first, it was kind of iffy with Polo. Like I didn't know if he really fucked with me or not, or you know what I'm saying, or does he hate me or what? Like you know what I'm saying. Like he sees me making plug type beats, and at a certain type of time, Polo was like, all these plug type producers, man, you guys are trash, man. You guys are garbage. Like, stop riding the wave and all that. He went on his little rant on Twitter, man. So, what I'm saying? At that time, of course, me being honest, man, anybody who was really down on my sound, really been following me, man, I was biting the plug sound hard for the longest, man. And I mean, he really, one snap, I remember he really, I think he was listening to one of my beats, man, and he called me a baby Mexico Dro. So I mean, I didn't know if that was a plus or a negative. I didn't know if he fucked with the beat or he was just saying I was biting the swag too much. But long story short, with that, man, he really after that, he really just he got all the plug producers, the people who was making plug type beats that were actually good and quality sounding. Because don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people out here making plug type beats, but it's just not the sauce. It's just not the right sound. So he got a group of the right sounding. Or right sounding having people, people who have the right sound, and it's me, Trill got Juice, Wave got Jugman Rico, PJ Beats. I hope I'm not missing anybody else on production wise, and of course Polo Boy Shawty. So everybody, we all just got the good plug sound, man. And it initially started off as a competition, and then he just want to say, hey man, instead of just being, competing against each other, man, why don't we just come together as a group? So we came together as a group. I want to say it was the beginning of 2017, and we were solo music group, and I mean I've been rocking with him ever since. And then of course me still dabbing with the plug sound. Corey Lingo started fucking with me. I sent him a couple of beats, and he rapped on them. And of course, Mexico Dro, I didn't even know he really fucked with me like that until he dropped a song produced by me. You know what I'm saying? And then after I reached out and I hit him up, and then he really took me under his wing from then, man.
Do you know who Stupid Cool is? Like, he in the plugs too.
Yeah. I know Cool. Yeah. I know Cool. I haven't reached out to Cool yet, but of course, man, I bite his sound too. I mean, man, the whole plugs, man, the whole movement, I'm with it, man. Seriously. I literally studied these guys, bro. Seriously. They started a wave.
I looked at your list of credits that you've got. Your list is very, very lengthy compared to a lot of other people. Who are the biggest artists that you've worked with so far?
Well, in my opinion, I want to say Kodak, Smoke Perk.
Bro, Kodak Black?
Yeah, Kodak Black.
Ooh,
yeah,
okay.
I want to say like a year or two ago. Yeah. Smoke Perk. That song is with ManMan Savage, Trap Rules, that dropped on ManMan's new tape. I want to say Lil Durk. Well, as the biggest, I want to put those three. Yeah, those are the biggest. Everyone else, in my opinion, they're upcoming. They're on their way. And I mean, that was the condensed list right there too, man. Because I mean, I couldn't get all the names I wanted in the screenshot. I really had to stop. And I mean, man, I can just go on for days, man. Pages on pages. Songs that have dropped and have not dropped.
Well, so with that said, what do you think is the weirdest credit that you might have? Like, you didn't expect it.
I mean, that's actually a thinker, man. Yeah, you threw a curveball, man. Well, yeah, I want to say Uno the Activist. When on Visa with Famous Dex, like with that, I regularly send Dex beats, man. And I mean, of course, that was a collab with my boy Trill got Juice. Man, shout out my boy Trill. That's my brother right there, man. We got 150 labs in collabs. Me and him, man, 150. We got beats on beats. But yeah, man, of course, we made the beat, man, together. And it's always fire. So of course I got Dex on my mailing list. So I sent it off to Dex. And I mean, out of nowhere, how rappers have poor communication. And I mean, people can send a beat, and I mean, you won't hear it. Well, for me, I know personally, I can send a beat off, and I won't hear anything until literally I get 20 text messages and say, "Bro, you killed this beat for so and so and so and so." And I'm like, "What?" And I'll tell them, "Send me the link." And then that's exactly how this happened. Trill had hit me up. He said, "Man, we got one with Dex and Uno the Activist." And I mean, of course, Dex. I mean, that was a no-brainer. All right, of course, that wasn't nothing new. But Uno had hopped on it too. And I mean, another thing with the song, man, I like what they did. They did a kind of like a 4-bar exchange. Like Uno did 4 bars and Dex did 4 bars, man. And I like that. So I mean, and that was really unexpected, man, because I really wanted some work with Uno for the longest, man, for the longest.
Yeah, for sure. So you built a following on YouTube, and a lot of people aren't doing that anymore. And the people that do post on YouTube in 2018, 2017, like that, like the newer, kind of more recent era, they're not really taking all that seriously. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, personally, man, I can speak personally because, of course, at one moment in my production time, man, I was labeling myself as a YouTube producer. And I mean, I know the exact answer for that. And people aren't going to like it, but it's the truth. Because, I mean, it's just a certain amount of people. The reason why people aren't taking YouTube seriously, because it's just oversaturated now with botters and, scammers. Well, not literally scamming, but botters, people who have fake views, and I mean, well, with that, I understand you buying your 10,000 views just to look good, but how YouTube works and how instrumentals work and how this market of selling beats, especially on YouTube, works. It's about charting. And with people who buy fake views and stuff like that, of course they're going to get the views and they're going to chart. They're going to be all on the #1 list. Just like, for instance, you can go on YouTube right now and type Zaytoven type beat. Maybe a year ago, you will see various producers on there. Now, I guarantee you will see maybe a cycle of maybe 3 producers. And the majority of the videos are just by one producer. And I mean, that's not real. And I can just speak. I don't know how analytics work and all that in the YouTube game because I'm not in YouTube corporate. But I know from past experiences how I can upload a beat and I'll have one trending at one certain amount of time, but it'll also be other producers out there trending at the same time. That's how me and Polo Boy met, because we were both trending on the same. We were both gunning for #1. We were both fighting for #1. So, I mean, nowadays it's unsaturated. It knocks everybody out the game because, of course, everybody makes Zaytoven type beats or Playboy Cardi type beats or anything. And I mean, it's all just oversaturated with botters and scammers. Like, seriously, you can go on there, type up Lil Uzi Vert type beat, and it's going to be the same producer over and over. So basically, with all that being said, that one producer that's buying all these fake views is knocking everyone out of the running for charting for the #1 spot. And of course, obviously, with being on the #1 spot, you're on the first page. All the rappers that are going to type up Lil Uzi Vert type beat or Zaytoven type beat, Gucci Mane type beat, you're going to be knocked out because there's only one producer up there. You're not up there anymore. It's not various artists or producers up there anymore. It's just one.
Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've done podcasts about this stuff. That might be the only situation where buying views is actually not just terrible overall. Because in most situations, if it's like a rapper that buys views or an artist, then that's horrible and it looks bad. But in your situation, what you're talking about is that that the rankings are based on the view count. So it'll pop up first, and that'll be the first thing that pops up in the related. So let's say that they look up the type beat like you said, and they click on the top trending one. If yours also has a lot of views and it's also that kind of type beat, that can show up in the related.
Right.
And that's where most of these people are getting noticed. But here's the thing with the YouTube stuff, though. Does that really help? Because, yeah, you ranking #1, people seeing you, but who's going to actually buy your beat? Why would you do that when you can just YouTube convert it?
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly. And I mean, it's crazy because I mean, one thing, YouTube checks do exist now. And I've actually talked to one of the guys, you know what I'm saying? We're all producers. I didn't come at them on any hate shit, even though I disagree with it because, you know, me being a YouTube OG, and I mean, come on, like I can just upload one beat I made in 5 minutes and it'll easily do 10K. I mean, back in the day, like easily. So, I mean, me, of course, it's a no, but I talked to the guy and I mean, I kind of got his viewpoint, and he was basically saying that he's flipping his money. Like he'll buy $10 worth of views, and I mean, that'll be however much, and he'll get a YouTube check for 20 or 30. So, I mean, of course, so you do the math. So, I mean, it's basically flipping his money. And I mean, another thing, not to just snitch, that's why I didn't say his name, but not to just snitch on him. But I mean, of course, it's obvious other people are doing it. But I mean, he's just flipping his money, like just like that at a snap of a finger. Every month, you're going to get that check depending on how your partnership is and how often they send your check. So you're going to get your money, and it's going to get flipped just like that. And he's saying, hey, he's making a bag off of it. He's good. He's going to keep doing it, and he has no plans of stopping it. So I just say, hey, I let him have it, man.
So the guy that told you this was a guy that worked at YouTube? No.
This is one of the YouTube producers, one of our fellow YouTube producers, man. Oh. Like if you type up, well, put it like this: you type up Lil Uzi Vert type beat, he's gonna be the first one to pop up. He's gonna be the only one to pop up throughout 20 videos. And I'm not gonna say his name, but you just go type up Lil Uzi Vert type beat, he's gonna be there.
Wow. And you said that this guy basically he buys all the fake bots because he knows he'll basically double his money.
double it, if not triple it, if not triple it.
Jesus Christ. Are you that and that's real?
And that's real. And I'm seeing, I'm not trying to be a snitch and everything, and I'm not trying to go to YouTube about it. But seriously, come on now. This is a real scamming going on. Like this.
That's a big thing because there are companies doing the same shit with Spotify plays.
Oh yeah, it's a common practice. First, it started off with rappers. I mean, that's a common practice, bro. Because I mean, me being in a production game, man, I produced for a couple of. This is what I've always hated, especially with me coming up, man. I wanted to be an industry producer coming up, and I was just sending my beats out to all of the biggest artists I thought were just big at that time. And I mean, I'm sending them beats left and right, and the song would drop, and I'm seeing these are obviously fake views. I mean, you telling me the song dropped 5 minutes ago and it has 10K views with 2 likes? Seriously?
Yes, yeah,
And
exactly.
refresh it, and I'll refresh it over and over. And I mean, okay, now it's 3 with 15K. And I mean, I'm like, what's going on? And I hated that on my end. I didn't even want them on my beat because, like, it's just a fake audience. You don't know who's really with you, who's not. Like, I mean, this is a common practice. It first started off with rappers, now producers found a way to do it, and it's the same practice. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I mean, it's just see, but with beats, it doesn't look as obvious.
Right, exactly.
You know, if you go on like a YouTube video and it's got 15,000 views and maybe 15, 20 likes, and it's like a rapper, it's like, okay, yeah, that's fake. But if it's just but if it's a beat, you don't even know.
Yeah, that's a common practice. But with me, it's just with me. If you should have at least 1% of your likes back. Just honestly, that's just with me going with analytics and just how, like, if you have 1,000 views, you need at least 10 likes, at least.
The analytics get a little weirder when you get into the viral videos because I've actually done math on this too. Because you gotta account for all the people that are watching your video that aren't logged into YouTube, that aren't gonna even.
Yeah, they don't have an account.
Yeah, but generally people. And see, that's another reason why for beats it might be more because you're going to have less likes because a lot of the people that are watching the beat are just random.
They're like
They're like random people just trying to like freestyle on a beat with their friends in the room.
Exactly.
And they're just going to play it.
Exactly, because YouTube shows that too, man. Like, it's a little pie chart on all that. Like, that's the number one. Like, that's one of my number one viewpoints. Like, just people who are just coming in for about 2 minutes, just trying to freestyle, and then they're on to the next beat. And that's just the honest truth. That's just how it is, especially on YouTube, because that's what they're there for. They're there to usually the retention view, the view time point is about 2 minutes averaging. So I mean, they're there to rap their 2 verses, and they're good, man. They're going on to the next beat and related, just like that.
And it's a situation where if they like it, then they're not going to hit you up. They're just going to rip it off YouTube and make a little song off it, and it's going to be probably really bad, and it'll get like 5 plays, and that'll be it.
Then yeah, exactly. Then they go about their day, and then like that's another thing with people. Like, I mean, they'll rip your beat off, and I mean, they'll come back and they'll send you the link. Like, hey, bro, I did this to your beat. Like, bro, there's 8 tags in here. Like, and you really link me to this? Buy the lease. Like, what are you talking about? Like, seriously. Like, I swear to God, bro, if anybody links me to something and it has Pride by Gamerboomin in the link, I swear I'm not listening to your vocals. I'm listening to my vocals. If I hear 2 Gamer Boys in there, I'm shutting the song off right there, and I'm telling you to send me my lease money. Seriously.
That's so ridiculous because I hear that sometimes. I'll hear songs on SoundCloud or YouTube sometimes, and they'll have like official videos and stuff too of these songs,
Yeah,
and it'll
facts.
just have like purchase your tracks today while the dude's rapping. I'm like, what?
Right. And then you got to think bigger than that. Do you know what that means? That means he has no rights to the song, like to the beat of the song. Like, dude, you're making it could, even if it blows up, like you said, if you saw it. So, I mean, obviously, the general public is seeing it. So, I mean, it might have a good view count. And, I mean, you have no rights to the beat. on the song that you use, and of course it's sounding unprofessional right then and there. I mean, of course everybody wants to get signed nowadays, right?
That sounds trash as hell.
Exactly. So they go to your music and they hear purchase your tracks today. And I mean, they even if they look up now, they do this. I'm telling you, they look up the producer too, and they see this guy only has $20 leases. You didn't buy the lease, bro, but you have the good view count, but you didn't buy the lease. They're gonna take note. They're gonna take note of that. They might not turn you down for that, but they will take note of that.
Man, they gonna be like, you broke as hell. Why the hell would I want to sign you?
Exactly. Or they
Wonder what
might
they're
throw a
gonna do.
360 deal at you. They might throw a bullshit 360 deal. They're saying, "Oh, you're broke. Let's just throw $50,000 at you and let you sign your life away." Exactly like that. That's how it works, man. I'm telling you, man, it all plays together.
Yes. I was just gonna say that. I'm like, okay, yeah, he broke. He ain't never seen no money before.
I'm telling you, man. I've literally heard somebody like I know it's so sad, man. I think it was like a 14-year-old kid. He made a song. It was popping. I know it was a couple years ago. And I know he signed a 360 deal. I want to say, I don't know how many albums and how many years, but it was for $50,000, bro. And I'm like, whoa. And I mean, this song was viral, man. I want to say it was like 10 to 12 million views, man. And I mean, this guy signed it over for 50K, 50K. And he has to drop, I want to say like 8 albums
Oh
for him. And
my
I mean, that's
God.
if he even still pops. I mean, that's even if he still
Oh
pops,
my
bro.
God,
And then,
dude.
of course, you're going to have to pay them back the 50K. Like, bro, come
Well,
on.
50K, and then all the interest and everything else, and you.
Yeah, all that. And how long it takes you, that matters. And
Oh
how
my.
interested. Come on, man.
Oh my God. 8 albums?
8.
Jesus. That right there, 8 albums. If you average an album every year, every couple years, let's just say every couple years, that man is going to be under a contract for 16 years.
Exactly.
That's so ridiculous, man. Like I would, man. The way that that's like structured, that 360 deals and record labels are structured, is so, it's so fucked up now. It's so fucked up now.
Yeah, it's grimy, but they're taking it. They're taking it like bait. I'm telling you, these new rappers, they're taking it like bait, though.
Dude, I don't know what it is. Like, I mean, it's no secret that the music industry has been grimy for the longest. It's not a secret, but I was saying the other day that now it's blatant. Nobody cares anymore.
Yeah, exactly. They're just outright with it.
Yeah, and
It's like, you don't like it, who cares?
yeah, basically, it's like, well, you're not gonna sign? Well, yeah, right. What you gonna do about it?
Exactly.
Did you see the TM88 thing?
Yeah, how he didn't get paid a dime over Tour Life, EXO Tour Life. And I mean, dude.
Did that make you rethink what you thought about wanting to become an industry producer?
Man, of course, bro. Of course. Because, I mean, that song, man, it did, I want to say over 160 million views, bro. In today's time, come on, bro. That
Not only that, that song went 3 times platinum. It sold. That song sold 3 million.
and I heard another thing, Uzi kind of got fucked out of that too with his record deal. So I mean, I kind of understood how TM88 didn't get paid a dime, because this is what I heard. I heard that Uzi only got shy of $1 million of what that song earned and what it really made. I heard it really made like 4 million. And I mean, it's just 3 million gone to his, to his uppers. Like, I mean, where's that money at? We don't know. Uzi has just his 1 million. He made a big deal about that a little bit. And I mean, TM88 didn't get a dime. Bro, I wasn't surprised that it happened, but at the same time, I was just like, whoa, that it really happened. Because, I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Well, because you're thinking, I mean, it's one thing if it's just a small guy that nobody knows, but it's like, damn, it's like these people are bold enough to finesse big industry guys.
Right, TM88 of 808 Mafia. 808 Mafia, who made the sound up to the... If it wasn't for 808 Mafia, I swear to God, beats would not be sounding like this today. Seriously, bro.
Exactly. Well, I'm not sure if TM88 is technically in 808 Mafia anymore.
Yeah, because they had their little ups and downs in their relationship, yeah.
That, to me, I saw that, and I was talking to a couple people about that. I'm like, man, That's a sad place. If these people are so bold that they are finessing the big industry dudes, because like you know that TM88 probably would have had the money to sue for that if he really wanted to. But here's what'll happen. I was saying the other day, like, these labels will pretty much just keep setting up court hearings to price you out until you just say, fuck it, give me like 40K and we're good. And then that'll be it.
Yeah, settlement. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yep. It's cheaper for them to drag it out for $150,000 in court fees, $200,000 in court fees, than to pay him the $1 million plus he owes them.
His actually rightful amount, yeah, that he needed. Yeah, exactly.
It gives you just one more reason why, like, wow, it's just not at all, it's not worth it at all.
No, like, seriously, just to be honest, like, I mean, if you want to gun up and work as hard and have enough recognition like TM88, be as prestigious as TM88, man, everybody knows TM808. Everybody knows that 808 Mafia tag. And I mean, bro, he's not just some bullshit beat maker, bro. He has credits behind his name. He has supporters behind him. And just knowing that they would fuck him like that, bro, just think about the guy who's making beats in his mom's house. And I mean, he could just blow up off one song where he produces a song that blows up and he just wants to get his credits. They're not even going to think twice about it. Not at all. Exactly. Of course not. You're a nobody. You're what? Who are you? Like, no.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing, man. It's really like, I think the biggest statement that happening made, it's like, no matter how big you are, you don't have any leverage.
Exactly. As a producer, exactly. Producers are being disrespected. Exactly.
Well, according to what you said about Uzi, it sounds like they not giving nobody any leverage.
Yeah, right. Any respect, really, yeah.
So with all this stuff said, do you think that so far YouTube has been the best platform for you? Have you tried other platforms? Have other places worked better for you in the past?
Oh yeah, most definitely. YouTube most definitely gave me the foundation, I'll say. Like, I've built from YouTube, but I know it's no longer my number one, but it's maybe my number 3. But now I'm just sending beats out for placement for, in the industry, to get that number 1 hit. That's what I'm really on now. I'm kind of leaning towards an industry type producer, but at the same time, I'll still show my YouTube love every now and then.
Again, being an industry producer, it doesn't seem like that's much different than being an underground producer money-wise, because I'm telling you, man, there are some producers that I could name right now that you've probably never heard of that are getting way more money than people that are signed right now. I'm telling you,
seriously, bro, just off of leases and exclusives, mostly off leases. If you just know how to market yourself right, man, I'm telling you, it's unlimited amounts of money you can get. Seriously, not to get too much in my business, man, but I'm just a little boy out of, Pine Bluff, Arkansas, man. Nothing was given to me. I'm on my 3rd car just off selling leases, bro, and I'm 18, bro. I'm telling you, if I can do it, anybody can do it. As long as you can market yourself right, bro, they will buy it, bro. I'm telling you. It's still a market out there, bro. Seriously.
So do you got like your own crib and everything else, like off of like music, or?
I'm planning to move out right now, man. I'm moving out right now.
Really?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because with me, man, I should have hopped on that first, man. But with me being a car guy, man, I went in and I bought cars, man, fucked them up, and now they kind of sidetracked me for a little bit. But I am getting my own crib right now, man.
Yeah, because if you eating like that you can have 3 cars, I mean, I would have got out of the house right away.
Yeah, man. See, it was just me being young, bro. And I mean, that's what I'm saying. It took me a while to mature, bro. What to do with my money. First, I'm spending $600-700 on MCM backpacks and little Fendi belts and all that stuff. And then, of course, I had every Jordan that came out, bro. And then I was just like, man, this shit isn't going to give me any money, man. Like, whatever, bro. And I mean, I'm in high school. Everybody got the high school phase. I'm in 10th grade. I'm seeing all the seniors with all the good, flashy stuff. So I want to get that, too. But, of course, it worked as a phase, man. Then I went and got up in the cars. Then I ended up fucking up 2 of my cars, and then I got my last one. This one's pretty good. Keep working on it, and now I'm on my way to get in my crib, man, right now.
So, how do you deal with people trying to rip your beats off YouTube? Because I'm sure that happens a lot more with you specifically because you put all your full beats up on YouTube. How do you go about dealing with that?
Yeah, with that, man, the only thing in my defense with YouTube now it's just with analytics again, bro. If the market was like this where people were just freestyling on 30-second snippets, we would do it. But people don't want to freestyle over that. They want to, just like I said earlier, they want to freestyle over that 2 minute or 3 minute beat. So of course people are going to want those longer beats. So as us producers, YouTube producers on there, we're gonna have to tag them multiple times. Where on my end, I tag them multiple times. So I mean, of course, at one point, man, people they're gonna hate them. They're gonna be like, man, I've even had in my comments, I swear, even in my comments, they're like, bro, I was really flowing to this beat, but the tag just kept getting away. Yeah, exactly, bro. That's what I wanted to do. You have to put as many tags in there, bro, just to to annoy them, to make them have to buy the lease, especially nowadays. Like every 4 bars, I want a tag in it, or every 6 bars. I might give you a little leeway with every 6 bars, but it has to be another tag in it, man. You have to annoy the artist nowadays or the general listener on YouTube to buy that lease.
Or make the tag really embarrassing.
Yeah. Just like, hey, shout out to my boy Polo Boy Shawty. Man, he got a great free tag kit out, man. Go get it, man. I'm talking about not even embarrassing stuff, man, but I mean, see, it's just real stuff, and it's all a tag kit, and it sounds hard over your beats, bro. Like, I mean, and it's a free tag kit. He gave that out, just free sauce to producers, man, so we can tag up our beats as many times as we can, so we can force that lease out, and it's all good quality tags, even tags that he used to this day. So I mean, that's a real big plus for my boy right there, man. For that, man, seriously, because that's the whole wave we need now, man. If you're not gonna buy the lease, you're gonna use the beat with 80 tags in it.
Something I never have understood is why almost like everybody except the rappers is looked down upon. Because I mean, you're talking to someone who I've engineered for people before. I know how to mix. I know how to do that kind of stuff. And basically, the whole attitude is, if you not rapping, you lame. You lame as hell. You not doing shit. You not, all you behind the scenes, you lame.
That is a bold statement because, I mean, bro, honestly, the two parties that are doing the most work are the producers and most definitely the audio engineer. Because, bro, listen to any song nowadays on the radio. That's what everybody wants to compete with. So, I mean, who's mixing those vocals? Who's adding all that reverse reverb and all that auto-tune? The engineer, man. Who's panning those vocals like that? Who's making it sound that good? It's the audio engineer, man, who has the beat sound, who's making your head bob, who's thumping the bass in your trunk, man. The producer. But who's just rapping? The rapper. That's it, man. Come on, man. Seriously, if you had any rapper out here just rapping a cappella, there would be no music. Especially nowadays, we would rather not listen to music, bro. If it wasn't for the audio engineers and the producers. Seriously.
That's already kind of starting to be the wave, because I'm hearing more and more people are starting to listen to like hour-long radio type like podcasts, almost kind of like this.
Yeah.
And they're starting to just listen to that because they can just listen to that while they work, and they don't got to like change the song all the time.
Exactly. Yeah, because I mean, trust me. I have a spin reel playlist just like everybody else, and I have to skip more songs than I download because I'm always on the front page, man. I'm listening, but I mean, bro, just daily, I just lose hope for the music industry because it's just, oh man, it's getting worse and worse, man. And it's just, everything's flying, and they're actually first page with it. They're about to be mainstream or potentially going to be mainstream. And I mean, this is what everybody's listening to, or this is what they want us to listen to. So, I mean, hey, man, if it's just up for us producers and us audio engineers, man. If it wasn't for us, man, there would be no music industry. Seriously.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason that I even did that was because nobody really ever offered to help me try to get my song sounded right. I don't really like to do that as like a service for people anymore. I'm not really, like, truthfully, I really didn't think I was I'm not really all that good at trying to mix other people because I just don't want to deal with it. Like there's some people that I can get it sounding right, but it's like, man, it's like then I got to deal with them coming in and they're going to be trying to talk like they're the shit and trying to like talk down to everybody in the room, and then I gotta deal with their ego, and then they're gonna like not be good and they're gonna think it's my fault that they're not good and all types of other shit. Like that's, man, here's what I've seen. This is like a while back. I haven't done this in a long time, but like they'd come in, they'd record the song, I'd be mixing it, they'd be like, oh yeah, that sound hard, and then their friend come in. Their friend thinks it's trash, so now he thinks it's trash. And now he's trying to tell me, oh, well, you didn't do something right. What?
Man, yeah, you just said it sounded great a minute ago before your friend came in and tainted your opinion. Like, get out of here, bro. Yes. Come on. If you think that it's hard, bro, and you feel that it's hard because it's something that you made, come on. I'm pretty sure you guys wouldn't even got that far to mixing if he thought it was trash. If he thought it was trash, he wouldn't have said what he said. He wouldn't have rapped how he rapped in the booth. Exactly. So, I mean, that's just how I look at it.
It's because these people only care about impressing their group of friends.
And I mean, and they could fall out with their friends tomorrow. They never know. And I mean, seriously, bro. And I mean, like, bro, come on. It's crazy, man. It's just crazy. Because this guy, this one opinion in the room could have just fucked you out of a #1 hit. You never know. This could have been the new way right here.
It definitely wasn't no #1 hit between you and me, but I mean, it was all right. But even then, I mean, if you just mixing a song, you just mixing a song. Like, you don't even get credit on that.
Yeah, and I hate that too, man. I hate how audio engineers get no credit at all because nowadays, bro, I audio engineered for a couple of songs, man, and it's not as easy as people think, man.
Oh, it's hard as hell. That's why I stopped doing it for other people.
People think. And I mean, with people doing all this reverse reverb and everything, man, come on, bro. Audio engineers need their credit. Seriously, bro. Seriously.
Yeah, it take hours sometimes to get everything right and to get it but the thing is, though, you can only do so much because if you come in and you spit something like mediocre, like, you could probably make it pretty good, but if it's trash, it's probably still gonna be trash.
It's trash. Yeah, if it's trash, it's trash.
Yeah, they don't get any credit on anything, and they definitely don't get royalties. I remember a year and a half ago or whatever, somebody approached me trying to get me to be like their audio engineer for their group, for their like a little collective, and it was some bogus contract they were trying to get me to sign, where it was like a management contract / whatever, and it was like, oh, you get the royalties from this and you get this and this and this. I'm like, man, hell no, you don't get royalties from that. That's not gonna fucking hold up in court.
Exactly.
What you talking about?
Exactly.
Like making shit up. Like, what are you talking
about?
Like,
you just making shit up. You put it on the paper.
Like, oh, get royalties. No, that's not even how it works. So people be making shit up, man. But all right, so last couple questions here. Who are some of the producers that are kind of in the same level along with you that you are really seeing come up, that you really are watching? You're like, man, they're up next.
Man, not to have this saturated answer, but I honestly feel my boy Trill got juice. Like, that's why we have 150 labs in. Like, that's my boy. Like, we literally, our sound grew together. So, I mean, like, we critique on each other all the time, man. And we just expanding as a sound as each other, like, you know, with each other, bro. So, of course, for one, Trill. YouTube-wise, since the majority of my time being a producer has been on YouTube, I want to say, well, The Martians, he's always been higher up than me. But, man, I just saw his sound grow and just how he's just progressed musically, man. That's just been crazy. Let me think. Because then again, I don't really listen to other producers' beats like that, man.
Well, what do you think of like Surreal Gang, for instance?
I have a couple boys in Surreal Gang, man. If I'm not mistaken, Cape He's a Surreal Gang, right? Cape to Go, right? That's my boy, man.
Yeah,
that's my boy. Now, yeah, Cape, we've actually, that's another thing, man. See, you're expanding my thinking right there. We've grown up together, bro. Like, Cape, I know him from the bottom, bro. We both came up. We was actually giving each other plug sounds. Like, seriously, bro. Like, yeah, man. Cape, he's always been hard. So, I mean, that's my boy. But, yeah, with Surreal Gang, they got their hits and misses. Mostly hits, couple misses. But as a whole, as a gang, I'm respecting what they're doing. They're really out here, man. So, I mean, I have no choice but to respect what they're doing, man. They're really out here. They're getting these places and they're eating off of it.
Anybody that wants to buy beats from you and follow what you're doing, tell everyone where they can do that at. Where can they follow you at? Where can they shop with you at?
All right, man. You can follow me on Twitter at Gamerboomin or on Instagram at Gamerboomin _. YouTube / Gamerboy Beats. I'm still going as my old name. $35 lease from there. Usually in the description, I'll link you to my BeatStars page. But if you hit me up personally on via Twitter or Instagram, I'll do a buy one get one free with you. If you just go via YouTube, you're only going to get that one lease for the 35, but if you hit me up on Instagram or Twitter, like I just said, you'll get the buy one get one free. But most of my unreleased or my brand new out of the oven beats or the snippets are going to be on my SoundCloud, and that's soundcloud.com/Dwayne-Jackson-1, and that's spelled the weird way, DUANE Jackson-1. And that's where you're going to have my fresh out of the oven beats. And just hit me up in the DMs either on SoundCloud, Twitter, or Instagram. $35 leasing.